What's up? How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you guys are doing okay today. We're going to be doing a little bit of fan art. Fan art. Well, sort of fan art. We're going to kind of be doing fan art. We're going to be creating our own universe. And I think, so, mentioned before that we were going to do like the amalgam universe that Marvel and DC did before. And I'm going to try and do that. But I'm going to be making my characters that don't necessarily always make sense. You know, like putting characters together. And I was mentioning it to a buddy of mine. And he's like, ooh, I want to jump on that too. And then he decided that he would go off and do like a different universe. So instead of Marvel and DC, he's going to be doing IDW and Image. And then I really started thinking about things, and I'm like, why not just combine everything? So maybe we'll do that. Instead of limiting it to just Marvel and DC, we go off and we're like, yeah, we're gonna make this something completely different. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna try that. Because the same friend, he gave me the idea for something else, for a character that he was gonna do, and then he was like, this is definitely a you character. So I don't know if it's a you character, but he firmly believed that it was a me character. Pull my reference real quick. Or not, maybe I won't pull it. There we go. Bye, have fun, be awesome, stay awesome. All right, let's get it. All right, so the wrong brush and everything. Good start. Good start. So the first person that we gotta draw is, it's gonna be my elder god, right? The main elder god. And when I was doing Marvel versus DC, well, there could only be one, and that one was, of course, Stan Lee, right? And so I had beforehand, there's a story that goes along with it, but I had created a character called STANTHULHU. And so we're just going to go ahead and bring him back. So we're gonna be drawing a little STANTHULHU today. And I don't know whether or not to give him, like, I haven't necessarily figured out what his lower half looks like. Like, I've drawn his upper half, right? And I don't know if we want to go like, you know, oh, let's draw him like, here's my I'm floating Superman type deal, you know, plus we got to make him longer. We definitely want to make him longer. And that's why I don't know if I want to actually show his lower half, you know? Like, do we need that? Because I think we can get away with just the, like, an upper half, right? Instead of being like, oh, we need to, he's not about to go fight anybody, you know? He's just the creator. The creator of all comics as we know it. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to do that. Create some, definitely, those of you who know me know that he's gonna have some type of flowy stuff going on, because, well, he's, you know, he's my watcher elder god, you know, so gotta have some stuff like that. And then I think I'll break it down. You know, we'll break it down into some more flowy things as it comes further down, right? Because I do think I want to have it kind of be more tendril, right? So even though we have these things here, it's like, right? More like this, or out that way. Right. Whoops. It comes over like so. You know, from here, it kind of just drops into darkness. Almost like Cloak, you know, like Cloak and Dagger. I do want him to be skinny though. Shrink it down a little bit. That way we can really make, I don't exactly know what happened here. Right? Who knows? Don't know what's going on there. Alright, so now it doesn't have a huge, that's not it, right? See all the stuff that we don't technically need to draw. Because, you know, it's going to be covered up by stuff, so. The Cthulhu face. Alright, so come in and see just how much things we need to go off and design. So this comes over so and so. right? That, and then of course we'll just have more. Pretty much everything right up in there is. There we go. Do that. My question, though, do we go off and give him a hood? Right? Like I said, for any of you who know me, know there's a lot of hood action. I like the idea of hoods, even though somehow I keep screwing them up. Only I remember what that hotkey was that I did. I have no idea. Control F1. F1? F2. 3. It's interesting to know. Anyway. Because I don't want him to, well, let's just keep on with kind of a design real quick. Alright, so I know that I would want kind of like a watcher thing. So we'll go ahead and alright, so we'll come in and we'll do this. Do that, and then this could come down just a little bit further. Right, so now we got triple things going on here. Right, so this opens up. Kind of needs to be a little bit longer, a little bit wider, I mean. Like so. That can be a little smaller. Give him a cape? Oh man, do we allow for the cape? Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and give it another layer. We're going to test something. Because first, I mean, let's be honest, we can go ahead and draw in the... Right, he's got a little nose, busted nose. Stand. Right? But on this other layer, do we give him a hood? Nope. Nope. Stan will reign supreme with his normal hair. That's what I see. Reign supreme with his normal hair. Alright, tone down his arms a little bit. No need for him to be that jacked. Right. Yes, yes. It's so gaudy. I love it. Oh, we might need to get something, one more thing down here. Something like that. Oh, this is gonna be great. Now see, like, I really like where this is, but I'm like, do we give him, you know, like super billowy things? You know, it's like, do we give him an infinity gauntlet? What do we do here? How far do we take this? How far do we take it? Let's get some Marvel Watchers up. Marvel Watchers. See, they also, they didn't have. Okay. Okay. We will give them, I'm gonna give him some gauntlets then. Because apparently he did not, they did not. So, you know, we just come in here, give him some bracers, maybe. Right? Put some glowy bits on there because, you know, why the heck not? Right? Do that, and he supposedly doesn't have that's it. Like, you know, like that's it. As far as the whatchamacallits are concerned, the Watchers. I do think we need to bring it in, but this whole thing probably needs to come in. Control-T will shrink that in a little bit. I think that was my biggest issue. Oh, there we go. Do we give him the Elder God thing in the back of his head? What do you think about that? I mean, not the Elder God, but the Watcher. Seems so super out of place. Then again, it kind of seems out of place with the Watchers too. Oh, we might have to do something with that. And what about the DC Guardians? Oh wow, they pretty much have the exact same thing. That's funny. Huh. Interesting. Alright. I'm still what's wrong. See, that ain't working either. That's not working either. Okay. considering that I got rid of the anatomy like a smart person. I'm like, man, his anatomy, his anats are off. So I need to fix his anatomy. Kind of got his whole body a little messed up. Right, so this. See, it's all not right. Which would mean that that would have to be all the way up there. Which means if that came up, I mean, we can still have this going like that, but same thing with this. Right, because I mean, they can all still go over something. Right, and then stuff comes from underneath it. I don't know that. Right, and stuff coming from underneath that. If we were to give him something maybe here, right? So we'd have him there like so. Alright, so the thing is that, alright, so there's that, so that's cool, but if we have this, this would actually come there. That'd be like that because the man's tiny. Right, there we go. And then this big one right down the middle. But see, he's turned. I was like, but he's turned, so he's not straight on. Kind of what we want to push a little bit. Well, if that's the case, I mean, this would have to kind of be like that. All right, and then this, I mean, it would still be the same. That would have to come out like so. Even though most of that, we're still not going to see most of that anyway. It just doesn't look right. Boom. And if we gave him super jacked arms, right, coming here like so. Oops. So, because we definitely want a little bit of turn. Back of that. Right? Like something like that. It'll probably elongate it out just a little bit. Oh, my ball. Right? So we pull that in like so. And then we just draw his hand. 2. Like so. You can see it, so it's just gonna look like he's straight on, which I guess will be fine. Alright, well, if that's the case, whoops, what are we doing? Stop it. Alright, but we're coming across. Right. So technically, all of that would be covered. We'd see nothing but tongue and lips and stuff like that. I'm still not sure about that. You know, like I don't think that's gonna. It's not really flying. It's not really gelling with me. Alright, I think that we're. You want to give him one of those. Like this. Right. That arm's a bit wee big. Like so. Alright, let's just go ahead. Well, let's save Stan. Alright, so we saved STANTHULHU. Now, let's get to some in-the-face drawing of STANTHULHU, shall we? Oh, you know what? Because he's symmetrical. For the most part. We'll go to brush. Do a vertical line. And try. Alright, that don't look horrible. coming in, doing some more ears. It's gonna come in. Like so. Build and stand the Manthulu. Stand the Manthulu. I think we're gonna have to do that part a little later because that is not symmetrical, so we can't do that. And then, alright, so then we'll come in on the nose. Come in on the nose. Right, like so, and then don't necessarily want to keep it super straight, but right, and then all right, so now comes the fun part. Trying to figure out where all these tendrils are going. All right, we're gonna draw it on a separate layer. Separate layer because, well, it'll be easier to erase that way. Oh wait, you know what we need to do? We need to get rid of this now. Symmetry off, thank you. And okay, how about that one? And then where's that one gonna go? That's right, we're gonna fix all this, so I don't know why I'm stressing so hard right now. Alright, we're gonna come in and fix all this later. That's why we put it on a separate layer. Right? Okay. Over here, super stressing for no reason. Alright, I wanted some more, so I know that one's going that way. So we'll just something like that. That's in there. And then we know this one back here on the head. Okay. Alright, and then this one here on the face. Probably make it click right there. Like so. And this one like so. Then there'll be another one here. I'll wrap this one up. Ooh. Alright, so that's like so. STANTHULHU, everybody. 1, 2, 3. This one would need one more. Need one up in here too. I'm gonna make that one a little thicker, make this one a little thicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Can't have 11. We must have 12. What's up? Monitor, what's going on? Single digit, what's going on? What's up, peoples? How y'all doing? Put that one going that way. 1, 2, 3. We need another one. Guess we're just gonna. Or do we bring inward? Inward? Inward. Yep. That's what's happening. I'm good. Just finished watching The Mitchells vs. Machines. Yeah. Watched it for Moving Out with Robin. And what'd you think? That movie. I love that movie. I was like, this is great. I was surprised. Like, I wasn't expecting much. You know, it came on. I saw it, and I was like, oh, let's watch this. You know, the kids wanted to watch it, and I was like, all right, let's go ahead and watch it. And then, you know, we watched it, and I think I had way more fun. I think I had way more fun than the kids did. I was not expecting to be that good. I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I was not expecting that whatsoever, and was very pleasantly surprised. Yeah. I was very happy. Like, extremely happy with that. Jeez. Oh, the whatchamacallit just dropped. Not too long ago. Snake Eyes trailer. Snake Eyes trailer just dropped. What? Snake Eyes trailer. You've not heard of Mitchell's versus the Machines? You should definitely watch it. Okay. Oh man, the trailer's up. The teaser trailer is up for Snake Eyes. Oh wait, that was 1 month ago. One day. Oh, it's not up yet. They haven't released it yet. Okay, they haven't officially released it yet. Okay, not up yet. Snake Eyes like G.I. Joe. Yeah. They said they were releasing it at the MTV Awards, and they said it was going to be at 9, but I guess, you know, that's when the MTV Awards starts. So I went to go look for it, and it's not there yet. So we're just going to wait. I guess we're going to watch it tomorrow. We're going to have to watch it tomorrow. But Mitchell versus the Machine, watch that. It is just awesome. It's a simple story. You don't have to tell someone crazy lore. Keep it simple. Yeah, I have not heard of this movie. Let's watch. Trailer. Let's watch on stream. Snake Eyes like G.I. Joe. Yeah, it's not out yet. Hey, Miss Ebony, what's up? I don't know anything about what's happening in the pop culture world. Well, I think I find myself in a time where people are starting to get back to the idea of ninjas. So I find myself in a good spot because, you know, I like ninjas. But right now, we're making STANTHULHU because I have to start doing fan art for people to come see my stuff. Apparently. So, we're going to do, on Sundays, we're going to do sellout Sundays. See if we can't get some more people. But we're going to have fun with it. Like, I'm not just I don't want to just draw Wolverine. I ain't got time for that. But creating amalgam characters, I can do that. And I think I have made him super gaudy. I'll zoom out in a second. So, look at that. Hey, think I made him gaudy enough? Might be having too much fun already, and I just started it. I think I don't like you very much right now. I just realized that you're going to pick. Are you sure? You should. It's not my fault, man. I didn't pick the parameters. Check your channel points. Sorry, I got it up on So, this movie, Ninja 3: The Domination, is a masterpiece of 1980s cinema. It's got everything you need. It's got ninjas. You're gonna make me watch that. Maybe. It is not hot garbage. You are mistaken, sir. The movie is brilliant. It's got everything in it. Flashdance, ghost ninjas, exorcisms. Brilliance. I don't know why you hate it so much. Such a good movie. Although I do have another movie. But just for that, I might actually just make you watch it. I haven't watched it in a hot minute. It's well worth the watch. But you'll never know until the day comes. What will we watch? You're watching after seeing so many bad movies will make it better, maybe. Maybe. Oh, if we watch that, I do believe we will have a lot of fun talking about just how none of it makes sense. Still, man, I love that movie. That's where some of the best lines came from. Only a ninja can kill a ninja. I mean, that's where that line came from. Only a ninja can kill a ninja. Hey, look, man. I don't know why you hating. Oh, I'm gonna need your expertise because I need to cast. I'm gonna start doing my sculptures and stuff. So I need to cast it, but I don't know what to get. And the thing is that we were at Michael's and they had like a resin, but it was clear resin. And I don't think I'm ready for that. I really do need it to be like the, you pop it out and it's white or something like that. You know what I mean? And I just don't know what to get. So I figured you would know. Look at him. Look at all that cloth. It's gonna be glorious. Alright. Oh, I drew in his hair in the wrong layer. That's okay. Need that so I don't freak myself out. Alright, and then we're gonna come here and we're just gonna draw it all out. Go to Pearl Art Supplies for that kind of stuff. I have a list of stuff for you to get. Pearl Art Supply? Wait, like Pearl Paint? Where the heck is Pearl Art Supply? where the heck is Pearl Arts? Where? Or Plaza? Okay. Like, man, what the heck are you talking about, man? The closest plaza is in... Oh, well, it's in Rockville. Nice. I work there. Oh, wait. There's one on Telegraph Road? What? There's no Pearl... Oh, Pearl Art. That's from a while ago. Anyway. Alright, no. I mean, I figured it was going to be easy. You know, like... They make kits and stuff, so I just figured it would be something like that. What? All right. But Amazon is your best bet, honestly. I only go to art stores if I'm in a pinch. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just like I said, I just don't know what to get. Right? So that's my big thing. Like, I just don't know the right stuff. Because I'm making them small enough so that I should be able to cast it in a Dixie cup. Right, instead of like building a box or anything for it, I should be able to make it in a Dixie cup. I'll send you some Amazon links. Sweet. I hate inking. Yes, I do. I hate inking. How about you? So, oh my goodness, so it's been requested by the missus to not stream too long today. So it's definitely going to be a shorter stream today. Sorry. But, like I said, it was requested by the missus, and therefore, well, that's just what's going to happen. Therefore, it is law. The Venom trailer looks stupid. Yeah. Also, the Venom 1 trailer. Yeah. The Batman trailer looks stupid. The Suicide trailer looks stupid. Yeah, but at least the Suicide Squad one is supposed to be stupid. Like, it's supposed to be slapstick stupid. The other ones, I still don't think they understand what they're trying to do with Carnage. I mean, with Venom. It just, like, they want it to be some, you know, like science fiction thriller horror thing, and then they're like, but we're gonna make, you know, buddy cop slapstick Venom. It's weird. It's just weird. I am in no rush to go see that movie. None whatsoever. it is law. Then it is indeed law. I use this joke all the time, but you know, choose up all the sea. I mean, but you know, they keep trying to give him work as, you know, the Joker. I guess they like him. You know what I mean? Oh, really big. I don't think I like that. It's really big. So we're gonna have to erase this one. That one just got super thick. I don't like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oops. There we go. So yeah, so CDC, huh? So Amazon links for the basic things you'll need for casting. All right, sweet. You sent them where? Where'd you send them? Discord. Okay. Sweet. Line weight. What's up, AG? You doing Guilty Gear tonight? What is STANTHULHU? This, my good sir. This is STANTHULHU. That was yesterday? Oh, I'm sorry. So, there's a pretty... It's a pretty interesting story how STANTHULHU came to existence. But for current purposes, I wanted to do something for I wanted to do something like fan art-ish stuff, but I just don't want to do straight up fan art. So, taking some pointers from the old school not Disney, but Marvel and DC, they did an amalgam comic for a while, when they worked together for the first time ever, and then that kind of went away, right? And they combined characters from both universes, which was kind of cool, but they always picked the ones that you would think, It's like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. Wolverine and Batman, Superman and Captain America. So it was always the characters that you were like, yeah, that makes sense. But what I want to do is combine people that generally would not go together, So it would be, it'd be kind of cool to have just some characters that don't make sense, right? Like you would, not necessarily they don't make sense, but that they wouldn't actually go together, right? And so with that, I figured the first thing I have to do is draw the Elder God, STANTHULHU. So that's what we're doing right now. We're drawing the Elder God, STANTHULHU. Because, I forgot what year it was, but I was invited to Kamikaze, which is, it is Stan Lee's now. I guess it's Stan Lee's estate, but they have a Comic-Con out in LA, and it was called Stan Lee's Kamikaze. And I got invited out to be a special guest, which was awesome because I was like, what? Really? I never really understand. Like, like what, you want me to be a special guest? Like I got special treatment and all kinds of stuff. It was great. But in return, they're like, well, we would like you to make a poster, right? That it would be an exclusive poster, or an exclusive print for the convention, right? And it was like, all right, cool, I'm down for this. And they're like, it has to either be Stan Lee. It was either Stan Lee doing something, or it was the logo of the convention, which was an octopus, doing something, right? And so I took it upon myself to look at some of the ones from the past, because I was like, I wonder what other people have done, if this is the same thing that they've always done. And so I was doing my research, like I always tell my students, do your research. So I was doing my research, and it was pretty much what you would think it was, Stan Lee with Spider-Man, Stan Lee with Iron Man, flying, swinging, the typical stuff. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. That's just boring, right? Because everyone's doing it. And then they did, the other people who were like, well, I'm not doing superheroes. They did the octopus destroying LA. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that either. Because, once again, it was like, it seems like that was the option. Stan Lee with his amazing friends flying around, or the octopus killing people. So, I was like, well, there's got to be a way to do something with these things. And we were currently playing, D&D, and we didn't come across Cthulhu, but we had talked about Cthulhu, and thus I was like, okay, well, Cthulhu, and I just was thinking about the campaign that we were doing and all that kind of stuff, and it was just like, wait a minute, so Cthulhu controls people with his mind, and it was like, and Stan Lee controls people with his comics. It'll combine the octopus, and it'll combine Stan Lee. Perfect. And Stan Lee Cthulhu was born. And then of course, you know, they're like, oh well, you know, if you want, you can present this, you know, you can give this to Stan Lee, or well, they were gonna pick it up, and they're like, yeah, if you want, you know, you can give this to Stan Lee. And I was like, yes, please. And you know, I was like, I would love to be able to give it to him myself, because, you know, who doesn't want to meet Stan Lee, or at least show them your work and be like, hey, right? And so they're like, yeah, we can work something out. And he was doing a signing, and then we were snatched up. There was like 3 of us, and we were snatched up at the same time. And it was like, all right, come on. We're like, what are we doing? I was like, well, now's the time to meet Stan. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I took my little print. I actually took a couple. And I was like, all right, well, what are we doing? You know? And so we get to where he was signing, or where he was going to be signing, and they tell us to wait. We're like behind the comics, you know, behind the like curtain and stuff. So we were waiting, and you know, we start talking to each other, and we're like, man, I don't know what's going on. Like, there's a huge line out there, like huge line out there. He's not gonna have time to come and talk to us. And then shortly thereafter, someone was like, all right, come on. And so we sneak behind the, we go around the corner, right? And he's sitting there, and there's a line. It's like, it's thick. It's a Stan Lee line, right? Like anything that you would honestly think, it's a Stan Lee line. And they just walk us right in front of the Stan Lee line, across the front, where like they stopped people from signing, right? And they had us walk in front of everybody, cut around to the back, right? So now we're literally behind the table, and then we get to go to Stan Lee like here, you know? It's like, and then, you know, we just got to show them our work and stuff, and he signed it. So I got 2 copies signed that day. Was it 2? Yeah, it was 2 copies signed that day. And you know, I gave him his, and he was like, oh, this is really cool, you know. And then he looks to his handler, and he's like, who's this supposed to be? And he goes, it's you as Cthulhu. And he goes, oh, that's cool, right? And then we take a picture. He gives me my signed prints, and we go on about our way and stuff. And it's like, yay, I met Stan Lee. Then the next year he comes to AwesomeCon, and I'm like, oh man, I should do another one. And I did. And I went up to the line, and I was like, hey, look, we didn't have anything set up, but you probably remember me, because I remember the guy's face. And I was like, you probably remember me. Last year we did this thing, blah, blah, blah. I would love to, you know, I did another one for him this year. And he was like, oh, okay, hold on. And he puts me over with the security guard, and I'm like, great. So I'm standing there with the security guard, and people are signing and stuff. And then he waves me over, and they'd stop the line again just to get in front of everyone. Like, I walked right in front of everybody. And once again, right to the back, or like behind everyone. Got to show it to him, you know, again. And he was like, oh man, this is really cool. Leans over to his handler, and he's like, who's this supposed to be? And then he's like, that's you as STANTHULHU, like as Cthulhu. And he goes, oh, that's cool. And it was like, so it was like both times when he, you know, he had no idea who it was supposed to be, but then it was like, oh wait, that's really cool. And so then he signed those 2. I got those 2 prints signed. So yeah, that's how STANTHULHU was born. It was born out of, hey, you should draw this. And people really seemed to like him, right? Like, they really seemed to be like, oh, this is kind of cool. I like this, right? And so I was like, well, I'll make another one. Oh, and one of the best things about it was, so I had those exclusives, and I saw them, because that convention kind of stunk. I didn't make any money. Like, if I had to have paid to be there, it would have been bad, right? But luckily I wasn't. So, but oh man, I'm on the wrong layer again. Oh no, I'm on the right layer. But the organizer of the thing, you know, we had talked, and it was like, hey, how was the show for you? And I was like, honestly, it was kind of poopy. She's like, yeah, it's not that good. It was like, it's not really that good for artists. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you know, normally it's really just for the fans. Like, it's a really good show for the fans. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad that they had, you know, a good experience. And she's like, well, at least you have those exclusive prints. And I was like, nah, I got rid of them. And they're like, what? Why'd you get rid of them? I was like, well, it was exclusive. So, you know, if I started selling them elsewhere, it would no longer be exclusive. You know, it was supposed to be exclusive for the show. I was like, no. What we meant was, you know, that you would debut it. I'm like, well, you didn't say debut it, you said exclusive. And so she felt really bad, and she's like, well, can you print some more? And I was like, of course I can print some more. And he's like, how about this? So since you threw all your inventory away, you go ahead and print them up, and I'll have Stan Lee sign them. And he's like, go ahead and print up like 25 of them. And I'll have Stan Lee sign them. And I was like, okay. Not really thinking anything of it, because I was like, man, come on. But lo and behold, that's what happened. Get something in the mail, and it was like, here's 25 signed, you know, prints that I did, signed by Stan Lee. It was pretty sweet. And then, because I don't need 25 prints of the same thing, I'm not a collector, right? I was making certain people happy, right? I sold them at conventions for like a really reduced price, considering, you know, what was going on. Because I was like, look, you know, some of you guys will probably never ever meet Stan Lee, right? And you love to have something signed by him, and I understand that, like, you can't get in line, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I'm like, look, here it is. I have X amount of prints left. And so I sold them. I think I sold them for... I sold it for the amount of what the print was, plus what he was charging for signatures. Which, surprisingly, for someone like Stan Lee, it wasn't actually... I mean, it was a lot, but it wasn't crazy. So... wanted to meet him, alas, no avail for obvious reasons, right? Like I said, he was at Awesome Con. That was probably the best time to catch him. But that dude was full of energy all the time. Like, all the time. Like, he was just on, always. It was actually kind of awesome to watch. STANTHULHU. All these stupid tentacle face. So, did you test the Guilty Gear? Did you open beta it again? I need to know if it's good or not. I mean, it's Guilty Gear, so I'm probably gonna get it anyway, but... Too big. I did it the first time as well. Yeah? It's really good. You love Ino? I'm a chip guy because obvious reasons, right? Chip main as well, yeah. I'm just like, although I want to try the new guy, you know, the black guy, the one who has a freaking Silverhawks face mask. Now he's awesome during the first demo. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the game to come out. I was like, just give it to me. I appreciate you trying to work out all the bugs beforehand. I don't care. Just give it to me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Online feels flawless. Really? Really? That's something to be said right there. That's my viewer yesterday. Oh yeah? It's like, how'd that go? Huh? Because it's Sellout Sunday. I'm, well, because I wanted, like, I need to do fan art. Because that's kind of what people, I mean, we've had this conversation a lot, you know. People love what they already know. So what I'm going to try and do is give them a mix of what they know and something extra. So, no Ninja STANTHULHU, just going to be nice and honest with what they got. So, we're drawing STANTHULHU, and then we're gonna draw like Mr. Freeze and Spider-Man, call him Frostbite. We're gonna do yup. We're gonna do the Punisher and Poison Ivy. poison her.
The Joker is a big dumb though. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because there's a comic where the Joker cuts his own face off, and so he can stitch it back on and wear his mask. He's already wearing his face.
It's true. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe I should stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough. I don't need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, look at that. We're gonna stop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, it's like 4. So I thought there was only 4.
That's fair. I understand. It's a good thing, right? Is that that high school thing where the yellow dude is some time traveling, dimension traveling?
No, he's just fast.
But isn't he from another time period or something? Like judging humanity or some stupid thing like that?
No, he's just blowing stuff up.
Oh. And they killed him?
No, they killed the Reaper. The Reaper tried to kidnap them so that he could kill them and give them money. I don't know why he wanted money for the Reaper.
So the Grim Reaper.
Yes.
The Herald of Death.
Yes.
Okay, it's weird. Because of how fun she's playing. By the way, you are a May Master? Yes. Yes. End of May. Punished with being on Memorial Day weekend every year. Being a child, it kind of sucked because no one was ever there. Thank you, Epic Butch, for the hydration and the, the stretch. Alright, so we're gonna pull this back up to 100. And then we're gonna take we're gonna take that off and erase all this out.
Playing one today with some people where you get a theme and then you have to draw a fighter, so it's like champion of blank. I got champion of Applebee's, so I drew this very long guy who had a gun and said, you will be part of the family. And then it'll pick someone at random, and then you won't get a theme, you'll just see their character in the name. And then you have to make another character to fight their person.
Oh.
But you don't know what the game is supposed to be. You just have their character to go off of.
Oh.
I had to make one for Dorothy so I made Idiot Rat.
Idiot Rat?
Yeah, someone said an ugly cat. It was a rat.
Okay. So, AG, I fully accept the birthright as the most awesome entity to be added to this giant ball of dirt. It means I'm awesome. That's what it means. I'm gonna do something special for the Maymaster soon. Nice.
$7,000 tonight.
You spent $7,000 tonight? Sounds horrible, son.
Good.
How? Like how? Did you though?
Yes. I got 170 pounds of cheese.
That doesn't sound very epic. I don't know. Okay. brainstorming it, so I'm gonna put it in motion. Sweet. Looking forward to it. Forward to seeing what you're gonna do. Doom doom. Yep, I'm only gonna be on for about a half an hour longer because I was told not to stream late. So 10:30 is a good time to stop. Yes. Night. How was my weekend? The weekend was pretty good. Put the pool together, right? Made sure the pool was up and running for the kids. Bought some stuff. Yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend. It's a good weekend. I can't even complain. How's yours? Tax returns from my account. Okay. I was like, okay. You got them back? Like, oh, okay. So you got paid, Mandala. Good. Good. Should have had the vacation. The weekend. Like, let's say I got back from my first vaccination. Or first vacation this past Friday. Then worked the weekend. Ugh. Yeah, you should. Yeah. No, absolutely. It was like, ugh. Absolutely should have had that go through the weekend. So if you just got your tax returns back, what are you doing to celebrate? Do your refund. I just got the tax return. Oh, it didn't get it yet. Oh. Filed to go back to the government. I've been saving money for the last 2 months to pay off some debt. So, of course. Ugh. Sucks. Doesn't be late and good year stride. Okay. Fun. It was a crazy year of selling a lot of stock, transferring money, and inferment. I've seen this before. What's up, C Money? You seen this one before? Yes. But now we're actually giving him the full body treatment. So we're gonna actually see what he looks like. I have indeed, yes. What? Oh wait, there we go. Alright, yeah, I just gotta trust my accountant that he got me the best deal. I reviewed the numbers though. Why he has no lips? Protected you. He need no lips. You don't know what happens underneath all the tentacles. Like he doesn't need it. He's like, I'm good. Plus, I don't know if STANTHULHU eats. I really don't. I have no idea. I just kind of assume he would consume, you know, somehow. Oh, we should probably continue that just a little bit further down here. Anyone in the comics media industry that is celebrated as Stanley was? The only ones I can think of coming close are McFarlane, Jim Lee, maybe Kevin Feige. That's cool. Anyone as much as Stan? I mean, he was always in the public eye, you know, so like, I don't know if anyone is getting as much attention as he did. There are plenty of people who are like, hey, this person's important, you know, like Jim Lee, Kirkman right now with all his movie deals and stuff like that. But since Stan Lee was pretty much at the beginning, nobody gets as much attention as he does. I mean, even the people that he created the characters with are not getting the same attention. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, But it was mostly because he was the most outspoken. He kept going. I'm pretty sure he did lots of, you know, shady stuff. Because of the things those two were able to touch. Yeah. Who else then? I mean, because then you have Mark Silvestri, you know? Rob Liefeld. I mean, you could talk about anybody. But at this point, I think he kind of stands alone. Not saying that there won't ever be another Stan Lee. You know? Like, that's... We should... I'm sure that as soon as, like, another company comes along and just really changes the idea of what comics should be, then we'll find ourselves with another, you know, another visionary Stan Lee-ish type person. All right, new inked up face. There he is. All right, so tentacles galore. Oops. All right, so the whole head's there. What makes Stan Lee important? What makes him great? Important is a lot easier than what makes him great. He was at the beginning of probably getting dizzy with the way you spin him around. Stan Lee was just at the beginning parts of what became the comic industry, as far as pop culture went. You know, like he created with artists, but he created, you know, Spider-Man, the X-Men, Fantastic Four. So he was, you know, he was always there when things were being created. And he was the writer, and he took chances back then. You know, he stood against the comics code, and he was like, we're going to do whatever we want, you know, to try and keep comics going and stuff like that, and be interesting. And so that's why he was important to the comics world. What made him great? So just lucky? Yeah. I mean, he was at the right place at the right time, you know, but he was creating these things, and then he kept creating, and he kept his hands were like, you know, once there was some type of interest in what he was doing and it started to blow up, right? He kept going in on all kinds of different things, and they just all seemed to hit with him. So he was very lucky and then strategic about the things that he did. And so, but I think the big one would be he was there at the right time, something blew up, and then, you know, that's just where that was. And he just kept doing it. The comics code, there's too much he did to chalk it up to being lucky. There's too, in other industries would be just like, George Lucas in movies. Yeah. He, like I said, he did a lot just because he would try and, he's like, I created this, now we're gonna try and do this. And, you know, he was there, he created the Black Panther, you know, because he was talking about, you know, the inequalities and stuff like that. So he did keep putting stuff, new stuff out there, and bringing in new forces, but still, you know, the beginning parts of his right place, right time. The comics code was when the government was saying that comics was rotting kids' brains, and that's the reason why they were becoming violent and stuff like that, was because of comics. And so the comics code was, you would do a comic, then you would send it to the government would then approve it, you know, the content that you have, and go, yes, this is good enough and wholesome enough for kids. And that was it. And then they'd send it back to you, and then you would publish it. The time that happened, like in the time that the comics code happened, the stories were bananas, because they would just do, because you couldn't really fight anybody, right? So things just happened, and then you'd go on like galactic space missions and stuff like that. It was fun. I mean, it was kind of crazy, but that's what it was. But yeah. So there you go. Let's see. I think there's too much. I think he found something and captured the imaginary forces. I disagree. There's some degree of needing the stats to align just right in order to garner the level of success. Don't forget though that there were competing rival comic book companies that were mirroring each other. The company that became Marvel was the one that came out on top, but many of them had similar copycat properties. That is true. They had a lot of copycat stuff because Marvel did it first. Right? But then DC came along, right? Detective Comics came along, and they were like, hey, we can do stuff like this too, but we're going to do it different. Right? And then, I mean, but they, don't get me wrong, Justice League is the X-Men and, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But they went more like mythological superhero gods than Marvel was just going like, these are just superheroes, you know? So they were trying something, and they did something different. Well, luck and fortune is an element. I'm just saying that saying it is just because of luck is kind of ignoring all those people's hard work. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. I mean, they did do a lot. They did a lot of great things to try and push forward and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, I'm going to err on the side of the story that says it's both luck and sweat. Yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Alright, so now we gotta figure out what we're trying to do from here. I think I actually need to drop his head, because I think it might be just a little, may have made it just a little too big. So we're gonna drop it to right there. There we go. I'm gonna start a new, save that, start a new layer, because I know that we want it to kind of come to about here. Right, so that means that it's coming down from here and wrapping over that arm, which means that comes down like so, like that. And then I guess we can drop this down so we can see what in the world we're doing. All right, comes up this way. No, we don't want it on that one. So, even though this would be underneath. Alright. It's hard to really know. Yeah. Okay, we said that already. Okay, so then that's coming up, and this is going to cross over. Okay, let's see, where's his other shoulder? So, if that comes there, we want it over the shoulder. So, that would come here. Try not to cause too many tangents as we go along with this. so. I'll say this though, I hope I get successful enough that people will think that my rise to fame was preordained and full of luck. I'm totally down with that. Yep. The luck factor is in the form of having the right people to see what you're doing, getting discovered, if you will. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that what I've always said about luck is that luck is being prepared, right? Because when opportunity meets preparation, right? For me, that's what luck is for me. It's when opportunity meets preparation, and that way you're like, look, I have the hard work, I've done this, and then something happened, and I was like, here's this opportunity, I'm ready for it, bam, right? And then that's when most people be like, luck, right? Because it was like, oh, that's a lucky break. Like, yeah, well, I was ready for it. I was waiting and I was ready for the luck. I don't think luck ignores work. It just means it didn't have to be that guy. Is there something special Stan Lee brought to the table? I didn't know much about him before he turned George Burns. I mean, I guess it could have been any person. I mean, in theory, you know what I mean? It's like it could have been. I mean, we have in that case, you know, we have really no idea, to be honest. Like, it could have been someone else. I mean, it's just like with, you know, the creation of Batman, right? Someone else did all the hard work and then someone else got all the credit. So, right? This definitely needs to come out further. Something like that. Right? And I think we should curve it. Alright, so if we curve, I think we should curve it. Curve that. We can just bring this down like so. Like so. There we go. Okay. So there's that. Then that comes up. I'm cool with this line. Stanley and STANTHULHU. Yes, correct. Stanley and his cyclopean geometries. So this comes up like so. And let's see, we're getting close. Where are we at? Oh, I'm gonna give it another 6 minutes, because we've already determined that we're gonna have a short stream today. But I wanted to definitely come in and do some drawing for sure, because y'all deserve it. So, with that said, probably gonna go ahead and run my faux cent ad over there on Twitchola, because it is needed. All right, so for those of you who are on Twitch, please stick around while I run this ad, and then we will come together and say goodbye. Come up here like so. Like that. Here, this, so my geometric shapes. All right, so let's go run this ad real quick. All right, so like I said, if those of you we're over on Twitch. You'll see the ad. Most of you guys are all subscribers, so you won't see the ad. But that's okay. Alright, so then we've got that. So we're running that ad just to try and make a couple cents. Alright, have a good one. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow for more ninjas. Tomorrow is Ninja Day for sure. Curve that out. Right. And then I think I'm going to work on this one a little bit more, probably off stream, and then we'll come around to coloring it next Sellout Sundays. We'll figure out how to do that. Alright, so that's that. That goes there. Okay. We might have to. We might actually have to bring this out a little bit further. Yep. And then, ooh. Okay. We'll work that out later, because then that's something completely different. We want that to be there, right? To be the symbol. I'm gonna run that as that symbol there. And just a whole super gaudy cloth. And comes in here. Now let's come down this way. Like so. Actually, we need it to kind of flow better. But yeah, that's gonna be all clothy stuff. It's gonna be fun later. And of course, that's gonna be all cleaned up. Do that. Some power gauntlets here. There you go. I'm still not exactly convinced with the whole that thing, the Guardian thing. All hail the mighty STANTHULHU. It's gonna be fun putting it all together, though. It's gonna be a lot of fun putting them all together. I still, like I said, I still don't know about that thing in the back, somewhere in the South Pacific. Because I mean, that's what the actual Guardians have for Marvel, but I don't know. STANTHULHU for governor. Oh man, maybe we'll make some stickers. Yeah, we might make some stickers. It's gonna be great. Although, like I said, I don't know so much about that thing in the back. It doesn't seem like it connects. Didn't look right in the. Doesn't necessarily look right in with the Guardians either. So, but alas. One, well, like, all right, like we did last time. Right, drop that down. All we need to worry about the things that matter. Like so. quick line here. I gotta make sure that I stop though, because otherwise I'll just be here working. We can't do that. Can't do that today. Ah! That's too big. Racer, all right. Oh. There we go. Oh no, not that. All right, last thing. There we go. That's it. Right, that's it. We're just gonna make that. Excelsior. I actually got to pull because I had him speaking. I'll have to show you the next time the pictures that I did for the show. There we go. That's good. All right. All right. So we drew him up, got him inked up, right? So far, that's where we're at. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna say thank you guys so very, very much. It means oh so much to me that you guys would come and hang out with me on Sellout Sunday. It, was a lot of fun. We got to talk about Stan Lee and stuff, so it was actually really, really cool. Greetings and salutations. Oh man, the red active computer. You just came in at the very, very end. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm doing a short stream today because I got to get up in the morning, but I will be streaming again tomorrow at 8:30. But we are doing STANTHULHU, doing some fan art creations and stuff. So, but we are going to come back to it. Thank you so very much. It's been a lot of fun. We will do Sellout Sundays every Sunday from here on out, and we're going to be creating the Darcel universe. It is going to be awesome, and we're going to create characters and stuff like that together. So once again, if you have suggestions, at first we're going to do Marvel and DC. We might branch out to Image and Dark Horse and stuff like that later, but I think we're going to start off with Image and DC. So once again, thank you guys so very, very much. It means a whole lot that you would come and hang out with me. I hope to see you tomorrow, and if not, at the next Sellout Sunday. So thank you guys so very, very much, and I will see you at the next episode.